guys, and welcome to Jurassic. And now, I only want to do a really quick video because I want to announce that tomorrow, since we're getting good weather, and it's supposed to be rainy the rest of the weekend, I might try and do a kind of a midday live stream as early as I can do it. 'Cause the thing is, of course, tomorrow's more of a work day and all that. I gotta do some mowing and all that, but I'm gonna try and do one, say Kyle Hall, and everyone that's been trying to get in for a live stream together. I'll try and do it as early as possible, sometime around maybe 6 or so Eastern time, because I can't do it in the morning, at least not without getting in trouble with my mother. But I want to do a live stream and try to do it and talk about Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom toys. I still gotta do my Mattel toy video, and I didn't bring my phone or my book into my room because I'm about to go to bed. It's 10:25 right now, but I wanted to, because I've been working most of the day, but I wanted to just announce that I'm going to try to do a live stream tomorrow. Now, if it doesn't happen, I'm sorry, but the dadgum connection just does not seem to want to work with me. It works some days, it doesn't work on others, and I don't have any more data on it, so live streams are more sparse now, and I prefer to keep them sparse, but I still want to try and get one to where everyone's involved in it. I'm going to be doing some other videos soon too. I'm going to be doing a video about, as y'all been asking for, that I made a video a while back of a creature sound, and I'm going to finally start getting that together. It's basically part of a storyline called Dark Nature, and it's a huge interconnected story series of which I'm going to explain in a future video. So for y'all have been wanting to know more about that, that will be coming up soon. As well as I'm going to be doing a video as well, sort of a pitch I've been thinking of a movie I call Vendetta, or like a scripter at least, or at least like more of a plot than anything, a synopsis. It's a crazy R-rated drama action comedy, but not in the way that you think. But I'll explain it in a future video. I think it's a really interesting yet politically incorrect kind of movie, to be honest. And it goes on to some very touchy subjects, especially with this day and age and with recent things. But anyway, moving on from that, I've also got some videos trying to work on doing for NAHA, the North American Herping channel, and I'm planning on trying to get one of my first videos out for that channel before the weekend. Among other things, I'm also going to be doing a Steve Alton video, or the Meg video, hopefully soon, where I'll be talking about a possible Megverse, and the fact that we will be getting a trailer for the Meg next month. And also, I gotta do my Mattel video, or my Hasbro video. I already did the Mattel video on Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom toys. Check that out. I was in the previous video, and I'm going to be doing the Marvel Legends, Mezco, Star Wars Black series, among NECA. So I'm going to be trying to do all that. And I forgot the whole... Oh, yeah. So anyway, other than that little update, I've been really conflicted on some of my fellow JP fans. And I know, to me, the DPG website is nearly spot on with everything. But I get some pushback, especially on Instagram, of people who think that it's a terrible thing, and that it's a disservice to the franchise, and that it's not correct with the lore of the franchise. And frankly, when I ask them what specifically, their reasons are always so vague and frankly kind of stupid to me. To me, I love the DPG website. I think that it, as Colin Trevorrow said, it's run by fans, and they have succeeded in bringing a lot of the fan theories and fan lore into canon, like the Spinosaurus. That was a genetic experiment by InGen when they were being bought out by Masrani Global. So the Spinosaurus was an illegal species along with Ceratosaurus, Corythosaurus, and Ankylosaurus. And one of the biggest things, there's mainly three problems that people have with the DPG. One, they have a problem with, well, why does it say, the maps say that Nublar is the last surviving place of the dinosaurs? Simply, I would put that cause because that's the emphasis of the movie. Isla Nublar is the target of the DPG. You gotta think. The DPG probably wouldn't even step in at any point to go back on Isla Nublar if it weren't to save the dinosaurs. So they're going to politicize it and emphasize it as the last living place of the dinosaurs, because you gotta think the rest of the they've explained on the website of Isla Sorna, but Isla Nublar is the task at hand at the moment. It's about to be blown up. All the dinosaurs that so millions of people, 20,000 visitors a day, witnessed in the park. These are dinosaurs that are now personal with these people in canon, and they're about to go extinct now. So they're going to make it more personal to people that this is the last place of the dinosaurs to exist on, especially when there's literally no records for the DPG to know of what's happening on Isla Sorna. So their main idea is probably going to be, let's save Nublar, focus on Sorna second, and maybe I really hope that we'll focus on Sorna in the third in Jurassic World 3. I really do. But that's my explanation for that. Isla Nublar is their task at hand, and that's why it is posted as the last place for the dinosaurs. The dinosaurs' last place. You know what I mean? What the little sign says. And that's honestly one of the things that people complain about. The other is, well, which dinosaurs were moved to Nublar? Are we gonna find that out? And why do they explain? Are there any dinosaurs on Sorna? The answer is we don't really know, because there's no records for Sorna. There's nothing yet. And it makes sense not to cover Isla Sorna in this movie. Isla Nublar is the emphasis of this movie. It's about to blow up. The dinosaurs are going to become extinct on this island. So there's no reason, especially if they're going to target that in a third film, why they should bring more of Isla Sorna into Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Now, my personal theory, possibly, is that Claire's idea was to take the dinosaurs as quickly off Nublar and to release them onto Sorna to repopulate that island, since that is their only other sanctuary. That's my personal theory, but as of course we know, that takes a turn for the apparent worse, in that people outside the realm of protecting the dinosaurs now just want to exploit them and take them back to the mainland. And ultimately, I think it's going to end up being sort of that, Disney's Tarzan kind of role, where you think you're going to go to have some fun in London, and then all of a sudden you're put up in a cage and about to be sold to the circus. Frankly, that almost sounds like a perfect synopsis, Tarzan with Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. And the other problem is that people were talking about is, why is Proceratosaurus and Matriacanthosaurus not technically mentioned as one of the original species? And this was the biggest thing for most people, because Proceratosaurus was, of course, on the vials in the embryonic cold storage area that Nedry was in, but it was also shown on the park brochure, but it's not noted anywhere in the canon of the DPG website. And I hope they do rectify that, because that is one of the only problems I can see with the DPG. As well as they say with Matriacanthosaurus, why is it only shown DNA? It's supposed to be in the park. Why would they... and I hate that when the people calling these people lazy. I hate it when these Instagram messengers call these fellow fans, who have, frankly, I think, done a great service to us other fans, calling them lazy for not including some things. Honestly, I think either they did forget, and I hope they will rectify it in the future, or that this information was blocked for some reason. And here's my theories about that. Maybe Proceratosaurus and Matriacanthosaurus were mentioned to be in the park, but they were future attractions, and they were not properly put out yet. You know what I mean? Because they may have had the dinosaurs, but they didn't put them in the enclosures or whatnot. And I messaged someone about this, but he replied to me that, why are you defending them? This just seems like lazy writing. And that kind of infuriated me a bit, but it's not a bad theory, I think. It makes sense. Jurassic Park was still being built, so why would they have, or you know what I mean, why shouldn't some of the dinosaurs not be in their exhibits if the theme park is still being built? And also, they're wondering why Matrixanthosaurus wasn't created post 1997, but yet its DNA sequence was noted as not complete. I don't think it was incomplete in the InGen files. And here's what I think. There's really not really much to say about that. It's kind of hard. Some of those species we know of, Suchomimus, Pachyrhinosaurus, and all that, were not done until later, or they were just secretly being made on Sorna. Like, Ceratosaurus, Corythosaurus, and Ankylosaurus and Spinosaurus were species we knew about. We don't know if Carnotaurus... We already knew that Carnotaurus was technically... and Baryonyx as well. Well, Baryonyx was in the original park. But Suchomimus and Carnotaurus were being created on Sorna, or were at least created before. I wish I had my phone right now so I could check the stats. I gotta get my mind together real quick. Okay, sorry. So in the 1997 report, Carnotaurus was on Isla Sorna. So here's the thing, and so was Suchomimus, I believe. No, Baryonyx was. And also, Dilophosaurus was... That was... I already explained that in the other video. That doesn't apply here. Okay, so Carnotaurus was in an island. We knew it wasn't the original Jurassic Park. So, it was either a species they had created on Sorna, along with, some of the other species that didn't make it to the park, like Mimicosaurus, or it was a fellow species, a legally created species, in... during the same time as Spinosaurus. Although I don't think that. I really wish I brought my other phone in here right now. But you get what I mean. The inconsistencies are very few and in between. We know that basically many of the species on the InGen list, like the genome list, were not created until basically 2003. Well, technically around 2003, when the laws around the Gene Guard Act were being softened for Ms. Ronnie Global to create new species under the false pretenses of medical research. So, and despite me not remembering, I believe Carnotaurus was created. There was 2 Carnotaurs on Isla Sorna, I believe, right? Isla Sorna in 1997. That would have been around the same time as the San Diego incident. So, I forgot where I'm going with that, but I'm trying to keep up right now. And I apologize if you hear the tank going off and the fan going off because it's hot down here in Alabama. But other than that, I couldn't find very many other falsehoods, that basically ruined the canon of the DPG website for me. So frankly, I leave up to you guys. Do y'all think that the DPG website is false? Do you think that they're just lazy? Personally, I don't. I just think that they left out a few things, either intentionally or unintentionally. If it was intentionally, then I hope they do rectify it, especially with like the Proceratosaurus and all that. So basically, I don't think there's anywhere else to go. What do y'all think? Personally, I just think I love how the DPG website is going so far. I think that it explains a lot from canon, and that it's filling in a lot of gaps, especially. So, thanks guys for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. And if I need to rectify this video, I'm gonna probably edit this together really quick, and then I gotta go read my book. So I wrote down everything in my book, and I didn't bring it with me. Otherwise, I would have had everything. So thanks guys for watching. Let's hit that 1,400 subscriber mark. Ooh, that was not good. That was not good at all. I can't even do the laugh right now. Okay, so really quick. I was just reading the InGen file, and I realized something I didn't before. The file from 1997 was not pending. Could not be pended because sorry. The file in question for the Sorna active dinosaurs was taken from a 1993 report before the island was evacuated because of Hurricane Maniki. It was Maniki, wasn't it? I can't remember. But anyway, so the report of the 2 Carnotaurs and all that on Isla Sorna were taken from 1993, so it's unknown. It was pending as of 1997. So we don't know what dinosaurs were on Isla Sorna at the time, or how many at the time. I forget where I'm going right there. I also want to point out really quick that the other thing people were talking about, like, are there any dinosaurs left on Isla Sorna? Technically, there supposed to be I believe, but it stated that after Jurassic World was in under construction, that many of the dinosaurs were ripped from Isla Sorna. Many of them, so that means that some were probably left behind, like the Maminkosaurs. They're still alive. They're probably still there because you probably couldn't move a giant Maminkosaurus, or the Brachiosaurs from there. So the Brachiosaurs on Nublar are probably the same ones. But yeah, basically said that the island was in turmoil after the animals were taking off of there, leaving in territories and all that, disrupting family groups, and so and so. That'd also be interesting to see if one of the Carnotaurs from Isla Sorna ended up being the same one on Isla Nublar. So that'd make that Carnotaurus almost the same age as Rexy in a way. I'd also like to learn where the other, say, if you counted the three, the buck, the doe. Well, technically that wouldn't count the hatchling if that was in 1997. So technically there were, if you counted the buck and the doe, they would have had 4 other siblings on the island. Whether they cannibalized them or they died of natural causes or whatnot, there were 4 other, so 6 Tyrannosaurs in total. I don't know where I'm going with this, I'm just thinking of this. This video is titled DPG Fact or whatever. Don't even know the title yet. My point is, I don't really have a really great way of explaining why Matriacanthosaurus is not... The DNA wasn't completely done in the file. Maybe it's from early 1993. And the species wasn't bred till later in the year or something, and they found out what it was, and they were meant to be they meant to put it in the park. Maybe Proceratosaurus was something under development, and that was just left out by the DPG writers. So I think the Proceratosaurus is the biggest fault in the DPG on the DPG website by it just not being included. I think that's the biggest problem. Everything else seems to be canon, or you know what I mean, cohesive. But already did the outro and all that, so because that and then this. So thanks guys for watching. I just want to throw that in there really quick because I've been looking it up really fast and trying to get my thoughts together real quick, trying to explain perfectly how this all goes. So thanks guys for watching this little inclusion into this video. One more thing, as soon as I put this on charge, put this up here. I remember seeing this guy, Alan, I think he called himself Alan West. He was on the Instagram, though. And he was the one doing the most of the, bashing of the DPG website. Saying there's tons of plot holes when you literally only had 3. Only 1 is legit. He stated that Corythosaurus had a engine file in Jurassic Park 3, which... Wait, what? Wait a second. He said, or maybe it was in the Lost World, but I recall no engine file existing within the Jurassic Park 3 or the Lost World Jurassic Park, except for the one list that Roland Timbo has. And I've watched the movies in full, and I've done my research to look. There was another file on the wall or something in either of the movies, and I cannot find anything, so I don't know if he's getting it from there, or, and he seems like a fan of the franchise, so I don't know where he's getting it from, because there is only one other file I can know of, but it's more of a fan-made file, I think it is. It's just a fan-made file of, like, that pamphlet, but it just has Corythosaurus on it, you know what I mean? And I think it's just fan-made, so I just want to throw that in there really quick, so... I don't really think he had much of an argument for most of that. One more thing, while I'm reading this really quick, I might zoom in my face for a second. Active dinosaurs Sorna, population estimate, pending update 1997, previous population count 1993. And basically that, and the picture's going to be up here in the corner. That's what's confusing me a bit, you know what I mean. So... is this This can't be from 1997 because the previous record for Nuplar was taken a year later, October 5th of 1994. So we know that happened. So this file, I believe what it's saying is that this is the file of what was last reported on in 1993 on Isla Sorna before the island was evacuated from the hurricane. And that's what it means. So as of 1997, there have been no records to show the populations of the animals on Isla Sorna at that time. And it probably isn't until later on when they start taking dinosaurs off of Isla Sorna for Jurassic World that we kind of figure out which dinosaurs were still remaining there after or post 1993 in a way, because technically there had been nothing done in 1997 other than the knowledge basically coming out of what happened of the species active in 1993. So let's add this into the video real quick.